What I'm about to tell you now is the absolute truth, so please hear me out. It all started on March 28th, 2012, in a thread titled, "I found a well under my house, but there was something strange about it." According to this knee channel user, his family moved into this particular old house 8 years prior. He was one of 3 siblings, and when they were exploring one day, they found what looked like an entrance beneath the house. When they opened it, they found a well directly beneath it. This well had a wooden cover that was slathered in Shinto talismans. Freaked out, the kids ran to tell their mother, who then got upset at them, and that was the end of that. Except, of course, it wasn't. A commenter in the thread revealed that he worked part-time tearing down houses, and it actually wasn't that uncommon to find wells directly beneath houses. In fact, it wasn't even that odd to find a well beneath a house covered in talismans. Creepy. When houses were built on top of them, it was apparently easier to just board the well up, rather than destroy and fill it in. Nobody would be going under the house to reach it, after all, or so the thought process went. In the end, the original poster claimed his mother tried to convince their father to move, but he was having none of it. But they still couldn't ignore the fact they lived above a well covered in talismans, so they called a Shinto priest out to take a look and perform a purification ritual, just in case. The family mostly forgot about it, but then, when this poster mentioned it at school one day, his friend said that he wanted to see the well. He invited said friend over when his parents were out and they went to take a look at it, but before he could stop him, his friend removed the wooden cover. Seeing as it was already off now, they looked inside, but it was pitch black and they couldn't see a thing. The poster returned with a torch to illuminate the area, and inside they found the well brimming with cat corpses. Why was a well sealed with talismans and full of cat corpses? They didn't want to know, and so they put the cover back on. The boy never said a word of it to his family because they had been expressly forbidden from going near it. But after that, things seemed to go from bad to worse. The poster's parents started arguing more, and it finally resulted in divorce. Both the poster and his younger sister were involved in a traffic accident, and misfortune after misfortune befell the family. One day, a friend with strong supernatural abilities visited the house and promptly passed out, ending up in the hospital. Not a good look. Yet, said friend went to visit the house again and claimed that it was teeming with spirits. After telling this friend about the well, the friend suggested they get the hell out of Dodge right away. The poster claimed not to believe in anything supernatural, but invited a priest to the house once more, just in case. The priest asked if anything strange had happened there, and after explaining all the details, replied with, "I knew it." The entire family was summoned, minus the mother, and the priest revealed that he actually knew of the well and had performed purification ceremonies for it numerous times. The original owners didn't want to pay for the demolition costs once the newer and fancier water system was built, so it was covered instead. That owner then apparently died in the newly built house atop the well. "The only way to solve this is by dubbing a videotape," one commenter replied, bringing some levity to the thread. The original poster claimed that they moved out a few months later and it was like they were completely refreshed. Everything changed and seemed lighter and brighter again. A brand new start. But a new family moved in and apparently things weren't going so well for them. They could be heard fighting constantly by others in the neighborhood, and he wondered if he should warn them of the well. And as for the cat corpses in the well, the original poster came up with his own explanation. According to what he'd heard, cats don't like to die in front of their owners, and will often disappear when they know their time is coming. But it's also not unheard of for them to pick a house they don't like to die there. So, if so, why did they all pick this particular house, and why in the well? Of course, Japanese spirits love water and are especially attracted to stagnant water. The poster's friend claimed that the house was teeming with spirits. So, combined, what did it all mean? Other people argued that they had wells on their property, but no cats had ever died in them. And besides, how could the cats get in the well if it was sealed, like he claimed? At this point, commenters started to pick apart the faults in the story, and the original poster claimed that the well cover must have been open a little and not fully closed like he originally thought. Others in the thread laughed at the idea of cats basically diving into a well to die. But the fact remains that they really were dead in there, the original poster replied. Although it wasn't a large or particularly impressive story, other commenters continued poking holes in it while the original poster stuck to his guns, claiming that this really happened and he wanted to know why. One person asked if the large number of cats were floating in the water, to which he replied that yes, they were, and just remembering it grossed him out. How can you lie so blatantly? If there were that many corpses in the water, then the place would absolutely stink. There was a gap in the cover letting air through, right? You wouldn't be able to live there if that was the case. One commenter in particular pointed out how stupid the story sounded, and bit by bit, the original story received additions to deal with these criticisms. The poster claimed that the house was always humid, likely because of that well, and there were always bugs and slugs crawling around. In fact, they only bought the house because it was so cheap for its size, and although he wouldn't give away the exact location, it was apparently in Kagoshima Prefecture. Are you seriously trying to pass this story off as real? There's no way cats would kill themselves by jumping into a well, so just admit this is all fake, another commenter replied. I don't care if you don't believe me. I can't believe it either, the poster replied, yet didn't refute anything. More and more inconsistencies were pointed out with this rather short story, too many for the poster to keep up with, and many of which he ignored, which is a good reminder that you better be ready and able to back yourself up if you ever want to fool people on Ni Channel. In fact, just before the original poster disappeared entirely, probably from his thorough burning, one person asked why he was sharing this particular story on the VIP boards and not on the VIP Plus boards. The people over there will be far kinder to you, so why don't you start again over there? The original poster asked where that was, and this was his final comment in the thread. Other users realised that if he couldn't even find the VIP Plus board, then he had to be a Ni Channel newbie, and thus not prepared for the mauling he received at the VIP board's skeptical hands. Indeed, the story might have been more well received somewhere like the occult boards instead, but either way, some Vippers, as they call themselves, were briefly entertained, and the original poster disappeared into the night, licking his wounds. Was his story true? As the many inconsistencies pointed out, probably not. An attempt was made, and then thoroughly torn down in the span of just a few hours. A gentle reminder that if you want to post a scary story on Ni Channel or stir up some trouble, not only is keeping your facts straight vital, but your choice of board to post it on also counts as well. But what do you guys think about this one? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you again next time.